So today we'll discuss how we are going to work with Django and what are the pre-requirements you require, and these all things we'll discuss in this class. So which we already discussed in previous class. So what is meant by framework and what is meant by Django, these all things. Just we'll revise the things. So a web framework is a set of components designed to simplify the web development process. So it is having its own structuring tools, so which we can easily implement the applications without any risky process. So that is the use of web framework. So Django is one type of web framework to implement web applications. And generally when it comes to other type of web applications, so earlier every web application is following MVC architecture, model view controller architecture. But when it comes to Django, it is following MVT architecture. So model view template. Here the template process is there, so which is used to implement our designing process, front-end designing process. It is nothing but just a one HTML file. Okay, so which is incorporated with Django code, Python logic. So both will work. HTML plus Python logic will work together in template. See here, we don't to go for controller. We don't require the controller. And maximum every web application, maximum people are so changing their previous versions to Django. Earlier they were implemented using PHP or .NET like that, but now they are looking for Django. Okay, so and when it comes to history, which we already discussed that, so we are having different versions, and now the latest version is 2.1.7, which is launched in the year of 2019. And the thing why we are using Django means there is a rapid development is there, and the applications are scalable, and it provides more security, and there is a supported community is there. Means if you have any issues at the time of implementation, you can raise the queries on the given community. And one more thing is it is open source. So when it comes to application open source, so anyone can use it without paying anything. Okay, so just simply we can use the things whatever you require. And there is another framework which is also implemented in Python, that is Flask, but we have some differences between the Django and Flask. So Flask, which is used for lightweight web framework, so which is used for lightweight applications. Okay, so but Django is a full stack framework. Okay, so some disadvantages is there with Django, with Flask. That's why maximum people are using Django. So more security we are going to provide, and community is there, specific community is there, Django community is there. So if you have any issues, we can discuss on that community, so and we can get the results. Okay, so for the given queries. And when you're going to install the Django, first you're supposed to have Python, and then we can install Django. So assume it already we are having Python, then we are going to install the Django, so with the help of pip command. So in Python there is a command called pip. By using this pip command, we can install the libraries. So here Django is also one type of library. Okay, so and this is the command which we are going to use to install the Django. So just you're supposed to open the command prompt. So before opening, you need to check whether we have Python or not, and then use this command pip install. So django equal to 2.1.7, and this is the latest version. Even though if you provide only pip install django, it is going to take 2.1.7 only. If you want some specific version, then you're supposed to mention. Okay, some people may having version 1 only, 1.17, like that we have. Okay, so some people may use that version only. It is up to you. It is up to you. So based on the situation, you're supposed to use it. Okay, so ourselves we are using 2.1.7 and the Python is 3.7. Okay, and now we'll discuss regarding how to install Django. Simply you're supposed to open command prompt. Okay, so here, so you need to mention pip install DJango double equal to 2.1.7. This is the version number. This is the version number. Just to click enter, it is going to install it. But keep in mind that at the time of installing system, your laptop or system should connect with internet. Why? Because it is going to download the files which is required to this one. Okay, so which is already I installed, so that's why it will take very last time to show that already installed. So requirements are already satisfied, means already I installed the Django in my laptop, that's why it's taking. Otherwise it is going to download all the things. Okay, then after you will get this prompt. So first of all you're supposed to do this one. So pip install DJango equal to 2.1.7 means you're supposed to install the Django library in your system. So before that, I assumed that you have already Python in your laptop. So first you're supposed to install Python, then you're supposed to install the Django library. So once the installation process is completed, then we can start the process. For example, when I want to know the which version of Django I am using. Okay, so why? Because I need to inform to higher authorities, so which version we are going to use, or else ourselves also we should know which version we are using. So to check the version of Django, we can use this command. So Python space -m space DJango space -- version. So when I type this command, I'm going to get the version of Django which is available in my laptop. So simply I'm going to check the command. So Python space -m space DJango space -- version. So I'm having 2.1.7 which is already I installed. Just to check the confirmation. So before installing also sometimes already we may installed earlier. So to check whether it is already existing or not, for that also we can work with this command. So if it is not existed, simply not found, you will get the message not found, then you supposed to install with the help of pip command. So this is the way to search whether Django is installed in our laptop or not. And then after, so here we have some terminologies like we call it as one project. So once you are going to start or work with Django, initially you're supposed to create a project. You're supposed to create project. So once the project is created, then one project may contain many apps. So for everything we can go with one app. Okay, so initially you are going to create one project, and at that project you can create n number of apps. And once you created the project contains settings and apps for a site. So whatever the settings, global settings is required, so that is available on the project, and the apps which we are going to create is available on that project, and the projects are not used in other projects. So one project is for entire organization. So simply I can say that which we discussed in MySQL, like project is one database. We can say the database. App is nothing but tables. So one database is there. You may having n number of tables. Similarly, you are having one project and it contains number of apps. So project contains some files which is works for global. Okay, and here we can find the views and URLs. Like that we have some terms which we discuss later. So first you're supposed to create a project, and then after you need to create apps. So how to create a project? The first thing, when you are working with application, the first thing you're supposed to create a project. So to create a Django project, you're supposed to use the command called DJango-admin. So this command you're supposed to use DJango-admin space start project space project name. So whatever the project you are going to create, you can create with the specific name. So this is the first thing you're supposed to do. So in command prompt only you can do it. So simply DJango-admin space start project space project name. For example, my project I am saying. Okay, so my project I am saying, whatever it may be the name, you can use it. So when I entered this, so in user Mahesh, it is going to create a project. So project in the sense, it is going to create one folder with name my project. For example, I can check it dir. So in dir we can find my project. So this is a directory my project. Okay, so in my project we can find the information related to this one. For example, cd my project. So dir. Once you created a project, it is going to create one folder with your project name. It is going to create one folder with your project name. Then after, so it is going to create one folder with same project name and one file that is called manage.py. So there is a file called manage.py. Okay, so which is the most important file we are using, and one folder that is called my project. We'll check it what is available in that one. So cd, again cd my project, just click on dir. So here you have the files like settings.py, urls.py, wsgi.py, init.py. So these are the 4 files you are having under the project folder. So everyone should know the directory structure of Django project. So you should keep in mind. So it is everyone, there's a regular question will ask, the default question will ask. So the Django project structure is having project name, okay, that is the main folder, and that project name with folder and manage.py folder. So both you have. And then after, in the project folder, again you will get 4 files. One is called settings.py, urls.py, wsgi.py, and init.py. Okay, these are the 4 files which is already created. We didn't do anything. Just what we did is we applied the command django-admin start project name. So when I started that command, so the system what it did is it is created one folder, and that folder again it is created the same folder with project name, and then so it created manage.py file. Under the project folder Again, we have 4 files: settings.py, urls.py, wsgi.py, and init.py. Okay, so this everyone should know. So this is a way to start the project. So which I already told you that. So in the project folder we have 2 files. So here I created a DJang app, so that's the folder name, and manage.py. Again in DJang app, so we have init.py, settings.py, urls.py, and wsgi.py. So this is the directory structure of Django application. So everyone should have knowledge related to this directory structure. This is a basic thing you should know. So now we discuss what are these files. One is called manage.py is there. So manage.py it's a command line utility file, so which is used to deploy or debug or test the project. So whatever the project we are having, so if you want to deploy it, or else if you want to debug it, or else if you want to test it, with the help of manage.py only will do it. Okay, that's why already I told you that it's the most important file. And among these manage.py, we are going to execute some commands. One is called run server. So along with manage.py, we are running some commands, that is one called run server. So with the help of run server, we can start a server, Django server. Okay, so whenever you want to work with Django website, first you're supposed to start the server. That can be done with the help of start run server along with manage.py. We'll show an example. And next, make migrations. So, and when it comes to make migrations, which helps to integrate the project with which we added lately. So which is related to maximum make migrations we are using to work with database applications. Okay, so whenever you integrated the Django application with database, and whatever if you did any modifications in application, so whatever it may be, it will be affected with the help of make migrations. And another one is called migrate. Okay, so when you want to execute all the things which I did make migration, the final command will be migrate. Okay, so it will be the final command, and these two things, make migration and migrate, will work with whenever you are working with database applications. So we'll discuss regarding these things at the time of executing separate applications. Then I said that one project folder is going to create. So manage.py will be there and one project folder. Under the project folder, we have init.py. So actually it is an empty file. Okay, so it is an empty file, and it is going to represent that folder, like for example my project folder, so will be treated as a package. Okay, so to treat that my project folder as a package, we are using init.py. Okay, so it is an empty file, nothing will be there. We'll check it what is available or what not. We'll check it. And then another file called settings.py. So in settings.py, so which plays the main role, so which is used to do any modifications on the Django application. For example, I need to connect with the database, so I need to work with MongoDB or else MySQL or else Oracle, like that. So with the help of settings.py, we can do the settings which is related to that particular database, and the default database will be SQLite. So with the help of Django, the default by default SQLite is going to work. Okay, and urls.py is there. So this is containing the project level URLs. So the project level URLs are be there. So related to that information we can find in urls.py, means the links, web links. Okay, so we'll check the file and we'll discuss regarding that one. And fourth one is wsgi.py. So this file right now we don't require, so it will be required at the time of deploying our application on server. So if I want to make it as a live, so on web server, means with the help of domain name I need to link with my application. At that time this wsgi.py will help us. Okay, so which is used to deploy the application on the live server. Okay, that is the use of wsgi.py. Okay, so that will be worked when you are going to upload on server. So these are the file structure of Django. Once you created a project and you want to check it whether everything is okay or not. Okay, means whatever I did the process, is it correct or not, whether the Django is running properly or not. So to check that one, first you're supposed to make the server run. Okay, so simply execute python space manage.py space run server. So when you click on python manage.py run server, then the Django server is going to execute it and it will provide a link to you. So you're supposed to open that link on browser, whatever the browser you're using, you're supposed to work on that one. So for example, I'm going to work with that one. So assume it already I created the project, my project. So simply you keep the folder where you found manage.py. So here I am having manage.py. So and the home directory of project I found manage.py. Simply what you're supposed to do is, so python manage.py space run server. So when you click python manage.py run server, it is going to start the server. So if you found any errors, here only you will get an error. Okay, so if there is no any errors, simply you will get like this, and it is going to provide the link also. Simply just to copy that link, open the browser and paste the given link. So this is the page, default page you will get, so after successful execution of server. So getting error, Tejashwini, what type of error we are getting? So you should be able to connect your system with internet. First should contain Python and then you can install the Django. So what type of error we are getting, Tejashwini? The command is I will show the commands, just a minute. So the first what you're supposed to do is, this is the command you're supposed to implement. First command is installation. So pip install DJango equal to 2.1.7. Okay, first you're supposed to do this one. Once it is successfully completed, means installed, then you supposed to do this one, DJango-admin space start project space project name, whatever the name you want you can keep it. And then after, once it is created the project, and then you can make this command. So Tejashwini, you can, I think you can share the screen. So if you share it, then I will show you what you're supposed to do. Just a minute, I will give the control to you. Okay, if you are working with right now, just you can share the screenshot. You can share the screen. Just I'm going to stop the sharing. You can show. I think already I gave the permission. I gave the permission to you. You can share it. Not enabled. Just a minute. Host engagement. Okay. So just check it now. Yeah. So what you did? Pip install Django. Okay. So Django iPhone admin start project 2. No Django setting specified. So
So there was spelling mistake.
yeah, DJango iPhone admin
Start project
yeah
mean.
yeah yeah START start project. Yeah, now it is created. So simply keep CD space project 2. Just to come out cd space dot. Why? Because you need to point out where the folder contain manage.py. Okay. Now you execute the command python space run server, sorry, manage.py space run server. Enter. Can't open the file, no such file or directory. Click on dir, just type dir command. Just come cd space, you need to come to cd space cd sorry. Just enter. So now you check it. Press enter. Code set, I think you expected keyword argument code set. So I think you are creating already existing folder. Okay, maybe the issue. So better you uninstall the Django and then you can uninstall it and do that one. Okay. Okay. The thing is, Here you're supposed to make the run server. So once you did run server, you will get like this. So once you got this screen, it indicates that everything is okay. Okay, so everything is okay. Once the project is created, the next step is you're supposed to create an application.